Sewickley Valley Historical Society. My name is Amanda Schaefer. I am the Executive Director here at SVHS. SVHS was founded in 1973, and we called the old Sewickley Post Office building our home here at the end of Broad Street. We're going to take you on a little bit of a tour of our collections here at SVHS and the resources available to researchers and history enthusiasts alike. The mission of the Sewickley Valley Historical Society is to promote interest in and to record, collect, preserve, and document the history of the Sewickley Valley, which more or less covers the areas covered by the Quaker Valley School District, including the boroughs of Sewickley, Leetsdale, Edgeworth, Glen Osborne, Sewickley Hills, Sewickley Heights, Bell Acres, Hayesville, Glenfield, as well as the townships of Lee and Aleppo. The core of our collection was formed when founding members of SVHS collected items in preparation of the American Bicentennial in 1976. And from there, it has grown to fill our space at the old Sewickley Post Office. In our reading room, visitors can see some of the artwork and objects in the collection at SVHS on display, including a portrait of founding member and the first executive director of SVHS, B.G. Shields, or even a bowl full of bolts from the original Sewickley Bridge. For researchers, our reading room is full of resources. One of our most common inquiries is from residents looking for information on their Sewickley Valley home or property. When we get those inquiries, the first place we look for information is in the reading room, where we house our collections of historic maps of the area, the invaluable copies of the 1937 WPA structural surveys, and our binders of National Register of Historic Places surveys. Those items help us and researchers date properties and the structures on them. Our reading room, of course, houses our book collection, which ranges from academic texts, local interest, and works by local writers. Most of our collection is housed in the former postmaster's office. Here are our vertical files containing folders on a full variety of people, places, and things in Sewickley Valley history. The files include everything from photographs and newspaper clippings to letters, programs, scrapbook pages, and greeting cards. A few drawers in the vertical filing cabinets are devoted to the history of houses, researched and compiled by Edgeworth Preservation for their award-winning Historic Houses of the Sewickley Valley book. Some of the most fun objects in our collection can be found in the miscellaneous drawers, including a Christmas ornament, a printing block, commemorative medals from the Sewickley Bridge opening, and even a pair of shoes. The vertical files are pretty indicative of the other items throughout the postmaster's office, where floor-to-ceiling shelves contain archival boxes filled with scrapbooks, ledgers, clothing, and documents important to the people of the Sewickley Valley. Watching over it all is the mock-up of the replacement Fame statue, the Greek goddess of fame and renown, that sits atop the Sewickley Civil War monument in the Sewickley Cemetery. For researchers, the items in the vertical files and archival boxes can prove to provide helpful information on a variety of topics. Another incredible resource for researchers, and perhaps one of our most unique, is our Dorothy M. Moore obituary card catalog. Dorothy Moore was a founding member of SVHS and a local historian. She recorded and maintained the catalog throughout her life, keeping track of the residents of the valley as they passed away. The cards include information published in their obituary. If the obituary is published in the Sewickley Herald, the card is typically a little more scarce on details, but directs you to where to find the original obituary down to the page number of the Herald, which we then consult our original copies of the Herald to find the full obituary. If the obituary was published in another newspaper, Mrs. Moore included more details and noted the original publication so that it could be found. The greatest strength of the collection, though, is when Mrs. Moore would add her own knowledge of the person, including familial ties, places where they lived, and anecdotes as she knew them. When we get inquiries into people, this is often the first place we look for information. The Sewickley Valley Historical Society is currently open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. by appointment only due to COVID safety precautions. Researchers are encouraged to reach out via email or phone when looking for information so that staff and volunteers can assist them with their inquiries. We host a lecture series about 6 times a year, which we have continued to hold this year virtually via Zoom. Our website, sewickleyhistory.org, is a great source of information for our lecture series, updated hours, gift shop items, and basic Sewickley Valley history. We also hope that you will find us on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as we share the most up-to-date information and items from our collection.